If you're tuning in now or after the live, I greatly appreciate you taking the time to watch this midday market report. Kryptonian, welcome in. Please make sure to hit that like button, as it will greatly help push me through the analytics, and it will help us push through the algorithm so more people can reach this beautiful community and can also see the midday market report, as I believe it adds tremendous value. I know it's not the most popular thing I'll do all day. It'll be the least popular, but I think it's one of the most important things I do all day because it keeps the market in line. I've got to get through this in a relatively quick fashion. We've got to take my son to his physical therapy at 1:30 it starts. So I got to leave here in about a half hour. So I'm going to try to do this in about no more than 20 minutes today. No more than 20 minutes. So let me timestamp this. Good mid-afternoon, or good early afternoon. 12:49 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Wednesday, November 22nd, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. Matt, welcome in. Kryptonian, MC Prosperity, greetings to you as well, and happy Thanksgiving Eve to you as well, my friend. I appreciate that. So the Dow Jones is up 132 points, and I know a lot of influencers won't be here on Thanksgiving tomorrow. I will be here on Thanksgiving tomorrow. Haven't decided if I'm going to do a live or not tomorrow, but I know I'm going to be here for several updates at least. I'll probably do a live. There just won't be a midday market report because the markets are closed, but I'm going to try to do a live tomorrow as well on Thanksgiving. Don't know how many people will tune in. Don't even know how many people will watch the updates. But I work every day regardless of day, so at least you have that to look forward to. The crypto market never sleeps, nor do I. I am not taking a day off. XRP, Ricky, Ripple, I like to work every day. It's just part of my routine, and I feel like it's a good way to keep us all on track. But I appreciate that, XRP, Ricky, Ripple, and I appreciate you being in Tom's Army in month 1, and I know that because you have me abducted by aliens in month 1, the emoji badge. That's true, my face is superimposed there. I appreciate CJ2 Pilot and Ed being in month 2 of Tom's Army, and I know that because they have the emoji badges next to their name of Dusty's Outhouse Crypto News. And Matt Holden, I believe you are month 3 in Tom's Army because you have the XRP Meteor coming down to Earth. So I really appreciate all of that. Yes, I agree with that, MC Prosperity. Henry says, if you sell some crypto, is it better to wait until 1/1/24 as you would not have to pay taxes on the sale until April 25? Is that correct? Well, I mean, it depends. It depends how you look at it. But yeah, if you sell it in January, obviously it would go to the next tax calendar. But if it's still inside of a year, you're still going to get taken that same hit. Just because it went from 23 to 24, you still have to be outside of 1 year. So that's what we have to do. So Devin, welcome in. I appreciate you being in here as well. And yes, month 3, Matt says, excellent. I'm glad that I am getting that correct still on my badges. Looks like they're coming through to pick up the leaves, so you're going to hear a little bit of noise real quick. So the broadening wedge with the Dow, we're still working up like we expect. Looks like a nice candle to start today in the 4-hourly here on this 4-hourly candle. Actually, it's almost over now, but we're still trending up towards that 36,081 to the top of the broadening wedge. That's a massive W reversal, and I think because we held that pivot point at 33,900, that allowed us to push out, and it looks like we're trying to get up to 36,000. That's what it's looked like to me. The DXY tried to retrace. It's a retestment. It's not retest. That's all we're doing. It's up about 39 cents or 0.38% to 104. We still have not fulfilled the technical target down to 102.89. We came awfully close. No problem, Henry. But we do have what looks like a long leg doji here. And this could be the start of a reversal candle here in the daily. We have to see how it plays out Monday. I'm not saying by any stretch of the imagination this is just going to go way back up. But as you know, when you have bearish crosses, before the death cross plays through, oftentimes you retest the 20. So I would anticipate a retest maybe at 104.72 if we have the strength. Otherwise, this very quickly could fall through, and it could end up coming right down to 102.89. But with that reversal candle making itself present, it's possible that this pulls down a little farther and completes a long leg doji setup. So let's pay attention to that. And if that's the case, it could reverse back up to that 20 crossing the 100 before it comes down to the 200. Crypto Scrooge, welcome in. Make sure you're watching Crypto Solo Scrooge here on YouTube. He covers everything from Solo, the XRP Ledger, even XRP from time to time, so I appreciate that. The 10-year government bonds is up 0.96% to 4.44%. And please make sure to hit that like button if you're watching. 21 people watching, 14 likes. I greatly appreciate that. But the government bond 4.44% up, just under a percent. It's about to have this bearish cross here in the daily. I still anticipate this to come down to about 3.96%. There can be volatile movements here, but we're about to have this bearish cross in the daily, which would signal a move down to, in the immediate short term, 4.09% if this continues true. And then further on, in my opinion, crude's down 2.35%. No reason to get trapped here. Down another $1.85 per barrel in U.S. Oil. That dot cross is very prevalent, and I talked about how that W was a fake out, and now it looks like it's going to start playing. I still think it's going to come down towards $69.97 because the government said by the end of the year they want oil to be priced at $70 a barrel end of 23. So we're going to stand by that logic. Use 77 as the resistance. Let this dot cross play out, and it should uniformly probably come down to 70. If we can get back up over the top resistance where we just showed that pivot point, well, maybe we can talk differently. Gold silver ratio is at 84.298 today, or 0.19% up, or 15.9 cents. But it's really just a fake J hook here. We're probably just coming up for a rejection at 85.12 and then continue this pattern down. That's what it looks like to me, unless we get some extreme separation here. I think the gold silver ratio is going to keep coming down, and not because gold silver is likely going to collapse, because I think gold might and silver might break out, but silver could have a faster or more explosive breakout in terms of percentage. This is a nice setup here, V-shaped recovery, nice bull flag setup. It looks like it's going to retest that $2,100 point at some point here. It's just we're doing the natural consolidation. But just remember, we have to be over 2009 and hold that as a support to validate that move up. So don't be tricked there when it comes to gold. B2 gold at 302, up about 0.84%, just hanging steady here. Like I said, it's either an inverted head and shoulders or it's an M-topping reversal. So play this very carefully and cautiously and understand what you want to do with B2 gold. It pays a 5% dividend right now. And really what you want to do is make sure you're buying if it holds that 322 for the move up to over $4. Otherwise, if it does break down, it's coming down to around $2.40. So just stay on the right track in mind right there. Silver's down 0.5% or 12 cents. We're inside of this formation, which is still it's a bullish formation. We're just trying to get on top of this $24 and approximately 20 cents to try to validate a move up to $28.84 and circumvent a drop down to around that $18 level. But right now it's a beautiful V-shaped recovery. It's building a second tier bull flag, and it looks like it's going to attempt to break out here in the immediate short term. Not today, but going into next week and closer to the new year. Looks like we're going to have some nice moves in precious metals. And then last but not least, no crypto today. If you want to see my crypto, make sure you watch the earlier update. It didn't, I don't like to double talk because I do live at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, typically around that time, to cover the crypto market. So this is how I dedicate to the markets. So Dow rises more than 100 points as markets head into Thanksgiving holiday. Please make sure to hit that like button if you appreciate this. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed yet, we're 15 people away from 19,000, so I would greatly appreciate if you hit that subscribe button. And please share this on social media so that we can get more people into this beautiful community. Stocks rose Wednesday after yields briefly fell to their lowest level in 2 months, and the November market rally broadened into the Thanksgiving holiday. The Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 140 points, or 0.4%. The S&P 500 climbed 0.4%, and the NASDAQ Composite advanced 0.6%. More than half of the stocks trading on the New York Stock Exchange were up Wednesday, indicating widening breadth for the market rally. The tech-heavy NASDAQ also saw greater participation, with 63.7% of the stocks in the index rising. Areas such as consumer staples and small and mid caps, which are 2023 laggards, outperformed Wednesday, rising 0.6%. Meanwhile, the energy sector lost 0.6% Wednesday after OPEC delayed a meeting on production cuts originally scheduled for the weekend. APA Corp, Marathon Oil, EOG Resources, and Devon Oil Energy all tumbled more than 1%. The yield on the 10-year Treasury briefly fell to 4.369% Wednesday morning, the lowest level since September 22nd. It later recovered and was last trading more than 1 basis point higher at 4.43%. This also marks a significant drop for the 10-year yield after it crossed the 5% mark in October for the first time in 16 years. On Tuesday, the Federal Reserve signaled in its latest meeting notes that monetary policy will remain restrictive and gave no indication of cutting interest rates anytime soon. Investors, however, continue to remain optimistic that the central bank will not raise rates at its December meeting, according to Fed Funds Futures Trading. That's what I wanted to cover today on the Midday Market Report. I thank each and every one of you for tuning in. I'm going to go get ready to help get my son over to his physical therapy. As you know, he's in a car accident when he was just 6 months old. He's 4 now, but he's been doing several years of physical therapy. He broke his femur, and it's going to be an interesting time. So I thank each and every one of you for the support.